Well, I've been trained as an NLP practitioner, so that's neuro-linguistic programming. Those work with the different parts of ourselves. We often hear people say, part of me wants to do this and part of me wants to do that. So we have a whole committee up here of different parts that often aren't in alignment with each other. So I do NLP work, and then I also do systemic constellation work, which works with the soul of a family. And many of us, our families have an ego and our family has a soul, and the soul has us. So it's a beautiful movement of the soul as we work through what we call different entanglements, things that we carry in our family that aren't ours to carry. And also doing ritual work, which I love doing, to combine all these different parts. And I'm also trained in heart math, which works with people for stress management. It's emotional regulation, works with people with cancer, with pain management, with veterans coming back from the war who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, children that have attention deficit disorder and anxiety themselves. So all these different combinations enable me to give a very self-directed, personalized program when I work with clients. I do one group that's called Family Matters, and it works with family systems. So someone can come who's having issues around their family, around their relationship with their partners, perhaps the system within their body, and within a group capacity, we're able to come and reveal some truths that they've been carrying around for years and years that will free them up in order to live the life that they're meant to live. So that's one group. I also do groups on stress management. And within that is meditation, heart math, different strategies on how to live a more fulfilled life rather than within anxiety. And what I love about groups so much is it brings a wide variety of people together to create a community that so many people are missing. And so when we can support each other as we're going through tremendous shifts and changes, that's when change can happen. And again, bringing witnesses to the process that we're doing. It's getting people together to talk about what's up with them. And when, again, we can do that with an open, conscious, loving heart, then we can start creating peace. My emphasis for the work I do not only is to work on an individual basis with people to help them come up and out of a lifestyle that may be encumbering them in order to live a life full of joy, also working within the group capacity to create community, and also globally to be able to make a shift and a change in the level of consciousness that we're dealing with now. So I love the work so much because I know for myself it's brought so much peace. And so the gift that I can give back is being able to put someone in a space where they too can give back in a loving, conscious way. From testimonials that I receive, from other clients that I've had, I know that the work I have is powerful. And if an individual is willing and ready to step out of what they've been carrying for years and years and want to see some magnificent shifts and profound shifts in their life, then I would really encourage them to come and give me a call, because I know that what I offer is very unique, it's gentle, it's safe, and it's guaranteed to make a change in one's life if they're willing to go that extra step.
It allows you to step outside of what you think are the normal relationships with your family and to actually see relationships you didn't understand before, or actually see relationships you didn't know existed. And that's been very beneficial to me.
Every moment can be a sacred ritual when it's done with intention. And to almost demythify what people think here in the West of what ritual is, because every moment is ritual. And so the ritual part comes in with honoring when someone is talking about a trauma that they've carried their whole life. For me to be able to be part of that is such a, it's so endearing. I was told once by a wonderful teacher that one of the greatest gifts we can have is to be welcomed into somebody's life. That's beautiful. Courage does mean straight to the heart. In French it means courage, means to the heart. And because so many people didn't understand what I felt, didn't understand what that meant, I wanted to really elaborate the work that I go to, which is straight to the heart. So when I work with folks, instead of talking about what their issue is, what they've talked about for so many years over and over and over again, this type of work goes right to the heart. So being able to do that, we get past what the mind is saying and and going more to what the heart is saying.
Absolutely. So part of what you're saying is that people often can get stuck in their story, and they turn into the talking brain on a stick thing.
It's like being in a trance, you might
Right,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So going to the heart of the matter means getting back in touch with the emotions.
Right.
Okay, excellent.
And getting away from the story, and there's nothing wrong with the story, because it's often who it identifies who we are. The question would be whether or not our story expands us or if it contracts us. Because if I can say, I'm joyful, I'm excited, I've been through a lot, and you know what, I'm standing straight up right now. And we live in a culture, no fault of the folks who are living it, who may sometimes feel that they're victim to things that happen outside themselves. And the whole premise of the work I do is with compassion and forgiveness, that we're able to self-heal, which leads to resolution. And if we can have compassion for ourselves and become responsible for what we've done and become accountable, then all of a sudden our drama stops. And so we can look out into the world with an open, kind heart rather than blaming what happens outside. I took a trip as almost an initiation to travel to Peru and travel with an Andean priest, and was high into the Andean Alps, you know, Machu Picchu, spent several days there, spent time with the Caro doing ritual, and that was life-changing for me. And coming back to the States, using some of the different techniques I use, I was able to begin incorporating ritual into the work I do, and from there had such a fascination with ritual all around the world. I studied with Sabampu Samay, who is from West Africa, with her ritual around grief. I studied with Malidoma Samay, who talks about transition and bridging the spirit world with this world, and found that every moment can be a sacred ritual when it's done with intention. And what I know to be true is that everyone needs a witness. So grief needs a witness, love needs a witness, releasing a trauma or a story needs a witness. And when someone can be heard and then is able to go to that place of grace, then what happens is it opens up their heart enough so that other people around them are able to notice that shift, and they don't really know what it is. It's the energy that they're emitting, which is often love, forgiveness, and consenting to what is. It's beautiful. It's really wonderful to see that.